Then if you look at them as that they're part of their mission being to provide like a variety of educational experiences for a variety of people in the honest society.
Was to creatively address the needs of that group, it would be like a charter school had more freedom in their curriculum.
I feel like it defeats the whole purpose of charter schools if they're not accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Not just charter schools,
for
but
teachers, especially in the lower grades, I feel like the most important, valuable thing they can do, like beyond anything, is to like get kids excited and self-motivated about education. Because once a child wants to learn, like you know, they're set.
Second grade teacher actually did that a lot. Like with the books that we'd read, like there was one book where the character made a lemon meringue pie or something, and so one day in class we made that.
Yeah.
And so like actually connecting things to something that are fun and that was really helpful, and I think actually made kids like the class more, which is like the best.
If a child is reading about something that they just have, they can't connect to at all, it's not going to stick, and it's not going to be something
the kids measured their lockers all around the school, and then like figured out the dimensions of their lockers using the things they were learning in geometry, then created like this proposal for designed a new locker system, and then designed created a proposal to the board about this locker system, and so then there was like the presentation part of it of like, this is a thing in my community and I'm learning through it, and I'm learning this concept, but I'm also doing it for a purpose.
I feel like a lot of the time in traditional kind of stuff, children are sort of like passive agents. They're passive in the educational thing. It's like, look, we already decided what you're going to learn, like, and you learn like this, and this, and they don't like do anything with it.
I'd like students to be learning more about what they're engaged in. That will help them motivate themselves. So then you won't have to have a teacher prodding them to learn something that they're not adamant about. And when you do that, that will help.
One thing I believe we could do is really study our teacher training programs. What experiences are we giving to incoming teachers, and what practices are we teaching them, as well as continuing their education throughout their time teaching children or adults, their time teaching.
One thing we could do is support teacher flexibility in the classroom so teachers can have more time to adapt to the students that they have each year, because just as students change, their lessons plans need to adapt and help their students learn as well as possible.
I believe that we should have a tenure system that balances feedback and accountability for educators with the protection from arbitrary dismissal.
I think charter schools can be improved by making them more accessible for students who might have English as a second language, special needs, who would need transportation, and
I believe that one of the things that the government needs to do is to invest more in early education so that we can motivate students more to be invested into their education, so it puts less of a strain on teachers and it helps encourage students to get through their K through 12 and to pursue college and graduate school.
We say that. Have your point. Student-centered learning. Student-directed learning?
When you have a student.
Yeah, that's the debate between public schools and charter schools is framed as charter schools as either being wholly good or wholly bad, and I think that people need to recognize that there's different types of charter schools. The main difference being for-profit and not-for-profit charter schools. With not-for-profit charter schools, oftentimes being more focused on actually looking into innovative learning techniques, while for-profit charter schools obviously are for-profit and can often be business endeavors where the focus isn't actually on children's education. So I think, yeah,